Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cosmic Insight, your Friday night tune-up. We are live, we are here, we are now in this infinite now moment. If you don't know us by now, I'm Hillis Pugh along with...
Rebecka, Gregory here. We're going to say Naswada. I'm going to try in this Welsh. I'm learning Welsh right now. So I appreciate our listeners that are sending out. And some of that stuff's too advanced for me, okay? I'm getting there. So, but welcome everyone for joining us this evening on this wonderful Friday night of, it's been a great week, interesting week, up and down week. Just,
It's been an interesting month. What are you
you know what
talking
I'm going to say? The angels are here. That's what I'm going to say about this week. And I mean, they've always been here, but they are here. And I'll tell you a story later around
about? Later, why are you going to keep everyone in suspense? Why not tell them now?
because it's fun.
Thank you, everyone, for Friday. I know it's been a very interesting week. It's been a very interesting month for all of us as we have been through portal after portal after portal of energies. And it feels like that we are now coming out on the other side of this. So if you're beginning to feel lighter, more in tune with who you are, more aware of the energies, more in alignment of your presence, and things are just going to, and if things are beginning to flow and open up, it is because we are now allowing and stepping out on the other side of this energy. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes and no.
And what's the no? Is that part of your story? Come on, tell the story.
Can we tell the story? The story. So why I say the angels are here, and I'm gonna answer this or no first. What I'm saying is just like, so yes, we're stepping and creating, but once again, there is still that. I still feel like a lot of and let me rewind this. Some people, yes, there's different levels happening right now. I guess that's what
Yeah.
I'm tapping into. So I guess that's why I say yes and no, because of those who have gone into the new dream and are starting to create that for themselves. But there are still people that are just waking up. And there's people that have been awake but still moving through the muck. So there's right now, there's a lot of levels. But in saying that, and however, in saying that, right now too is a time that even those people that might be stuck in the muck still, the energies are so intense now. We are functioning at such a level that we have never experienced before, that you'll be able to move through that much very fast,
Yeah.
not like it
Exactly.
used to be. So that's why I
Exactly.
say yes and no. So yes, in the grand scheme of things, we're over the hump. However, there's those lingering there's those little, like they always say, herding the cats. We haven't herded all the cats yet. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yes, which leads us into your
My story.
story.
I'm still delaying my story, aren't I? Anticipation. Okay. So Becky's experience of the week, because I always have some crazy thing that happens to me. So this is my enlightened experience of the week, talking about the portal because it happened in my backyard. So the other evening, what it did.
I'm laughing because I already know the story.
So I am in my own little world watching. I sometimes watch that show Evil on I think it's CB. I don't even know what channel it is. And I just find it hysterical, actually. So it was the end of the show, and it was the night right after, like the night the portal was closed in Lionsgate. And what had happened? Oh, the solar flares. There was a lot of stuff going
Yeah,
on that
solar
night. So
flares are open.
it was just that night in between there, and I'm just sitting in my own little world watching this show because it just cracks me up. And all of a sudden, so the end of the show, they do it like a storybook, and it's a pop-up book. Okay. And the show is kind of about the devil and the Catholic Church, and it's just interesting. And you'll have to check the show out. Anyhow, so at the end of the story, and I'm writing this out, I'm trying to make this short, and I'm just extending this. Let me just tap into this. They show the demon, the end of the demon or something, as the end of the book. Okay. And you see the demons swirling around, this other one come up, and as they're turning the book over to like the next part of it, I hear this crash outside. I crashed so bad, little Cosmo was chewing on something, jumped up like a cat, and spun around. Is like, what is happening? That's how loud it was. So as they're turning the book over, and it's all prevalent, as they're turning the book over, the next part of the next chapter is the angels. So as I'm walking, I'm seeing this transition happen as I'm walking outside. So I step out my house, and right in front of me are two, um, I guess they're called palm fronds here from the palm trees that are sitting right in front of me in the shape of angel wings as I step out of the house. So then I'm like, and the wind is whipping like the freaking Wizard of Oz. It's like whoosh, flowing everywhere. It was insane. So the sky itself, and I kid you not, this was the colors of the sky. Literally, the sky was those colors, and it looked like that, and just in that like intensity of the back of this card. And I have two umbrellas by the pool that were up, and they have, I mean, one, they have the heavy holders, the holders at the bottom of the pool, and one's probably like 30, 40 pounds. Well, that one was picked up and moved about 20 feet to the other side of the pool. But as it did, that's what hit the house. So, but as it did, it was blue, Michael, and the other umbrella was like an orangish red. The other umbrella pierced the other, like the orange one went and the blue one went through the orange one and pierced it and slammed into the house, and everything moved. Anyhow, so that was my biblical experience. Now I go back. I'm dragging this out. Aren't I dragging this out? I'm sorry. I'm stuck in the story. I'm trying to get like the details of everything. So to me, it was just like, and I'm looking at the sky in this moment, like, what is happening here? Because it was just it was just, you had to experience it. It was just insane. So I walked back inside. I rewatched the end of that show. And a couple months ahead of time, I was traveling up to Conyers, Georgia, and a gentleman had said to me, remember, Mary is waiting for you at the doors. Okay. So they turn and they open this book, and and Lady Guadalupe and the Lady Guadalupe at the Mexico City, I had a vision of these doors as well. So when they turn this book and open up, it's blue doors with a blue butterfly, and they open up and beginning of the angels, and it's like a figure of Mary that comes through. And I just sat there, and the first thing I thought is, they're here. The angels are here. It's like time to step forward. Like, hello, we are here. The time of the old. So that was my experience. I know I kind of dragged that out and kind of got lost in the story a little bit. However, it just shows you how sometimes, what is happening in your world. It like unfolds in the most just mysterious, unique ways. And that was my story of sharing, of opening up, that Mary did appear to me. I expected it in a vision or meditation or something. No, it was on the show. So that's how that was received to me. And that was my crazy experience this week but it was so profound, because literally in that moment, and you talk about that shift in those new energies, I felt that. It was like the message came clear. The shift has happened. It's over. We are here.
Yeah.
And that was the message. I mean, it was more of a personal for the Mary part of me, but the main message was, we are here to assist you. It is time for miracles. It is time for peace. It is time to open up and be who you are.
Yeah.
Because we are here to assist you, and you don't play small anymore. So that was my story. You asked for it. You got the long version.
And I really like that, because it speaks to everything that's happening right now. These ebb and flows and these moments of transformation. And what has been in my energy this week to discuss is the energy of death, because we talk about death or not talk about it a lot. Mm-hmm. And we talk about it in different ways. And what has always been in my awareness, that we die literally every day. We die every day. And it just really, really speaks in just the level of contraction of the mindset that we have around this. Because what most people don't often talk about, and this literally came into my awareness just seconds ago, is that when we are born as humans, we die as spirits. I just want you guys to take that in for a minute. When we are born as humans, we die in spirit. And this means that we are allowing ourselves to step into another space of transformation, to step into another space of experience, to step into another space of living. And so when we allow ourselves to have these experiences for multiple lifetimes and thousands of years, we allow for this newness and this expansion, because that's what's happening now. And those who know me or has watched this show regularly, you guys understand how much and how long I talk about, living past 100 years old, because this body was meant is meant to sustain itself for over a century. And the reason why I talk about this is because, we are meant to have these prolonged experiences. We have meant to have the experience and really understand the lessons that we have learned here, because everything is a lesson, and we go back and view our life and go through this process and do it all over again. But what's the interesting part about this is that our time here is considered very short compared to our time on the other side. And the time on the other side, it could be a century or two. I know it's been a couple of centuries, in between, me reincarnating sometimes. And it is because that the experience here is so short lived. It's like, well, I don't want to go there and only be there for, this amount of time. And I can do this and I can do that and here. So it's just, always this internal battle of really now beginning to embody the magic of the spirit here in human form. And that's where we are right now, because our cells die, our hair and nails and other aspects of us die off every single day. There's aspects of us that die that we don't even notice. And that's the beauty of it, because we are in such a space of unawareness, or not being aware of what's happening within, that we just chalk it up to something else. But when we really step into that awareness and honor the body, and then honoring the body with the spirit experience, we then just move into another level. And I feel that that's where we are now on the planet.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Wouldn't you say that that's where we are right now? Like this whole other worldly experience?
Yeah, we're in the experience of experiencing the experience.
Yeah, exactly. Just like Indigo says, we return from whence we came to transition into our next experience.
And that's the big thing. And I love talking about the cycles of death, because you're so right. We recycle, every night when we go to bed. And we open, when you say open up every day, it is a brand new day on so many different levels.
Yeah,
And guys, check out today. I did a post. I think I put it on the Cosmic Insight Facebook, and I did a little post about that today. I got a little message about that. But that's what it's all about right now, and looking at the world, not so much of this happened to me. And because we really are being forced right now with that death that we are going through right now, is letting go of all that was. And so we are in this transference of being rebirthed into the new of who we are. And in that birth, as you said, as death, when we're born, that, born into the human part of us, the spirit dies. It is the spirit's not really dead. However, we choose to have this human experience of separation. We had chosen this lifetime to have that.
yeah,
And now it's bringing that part that we left behind as kind of a dormant death phase, I guess you should say, of bringing that and merging that together to embody it in a whole. And
yeah,
that's what we're doing, so we can step into that part that is the new experience of the new world, not the old experience of experiencing, the pain, the suffering, all that stuff we chose to come here to learn from and grow from. We now
yeah,
get the chance to embody the truth of who we are at a space where, as I said, we can create whatever we want when we can step into that flow and that embodiment of the truth of the togetherness, not the separation.
Right. It's about allowing that access, that connection,
Mhm.
to what we call magic. But
You know, I
it's,
love myself some magic.
I know, but it's actually just reaching into the energy that's already in existence all around us. It's about
Yeah.
seeing the magic in nature, seeing the magic in the sun, seeing the magic in the sounds and the frequencies and the vibrations, the resonance that's around us. It's about understanding and hearing and listening and seeing and using our senses, our abilities to really touch, to really hold, to really vibrate and resonate at the frequency that we want and desire for ourselves, to really feel into the energy that we are. Because there's always these stories about monks living to be 200 years old, or people levitating and doing this and doing that. And it's because they spent years studying the energy that's around them. They spent years studying the energy that's within them. And us as a human race, don't get me wrong, that we are, sometimes, feel like we're decades or centuries behind everything else because we have all these distractions, and I'm guilty of it. I'm down for a good sci-fi show any day. I'm down for a good book, but at the same time, I have to remind myself to go back to my studies. And when I say studies, studies of the energy, studies of the magic that is truly of existence, because you guys know what I do. So yeah, go ahead.
No, when you were saying that, what came to me is, and also stepping into studying yourself. That's what we calls everybody cosmic explorers, is to because, energy it doesn't have a definition like words do or things. Energy is its own changeable, movable, just contraction, expansion, and so everyone on this planet receives energy in a different way.
Yeah,
And it's really getting in the silence and the feeling of, taking the time out not to be distracted and step in and, like when you're sitting outside, just sit outside and, sometimes I close my eyes or don't close your eyes. But learn the energy and learn and tap into something, like tap into a tree. Let me feel let allow yourself to sense the energy of coming off that tree to see how it affects inside of you and see any sensations to really learn how you flow,
yeah.
because everybody's different in that way. It's the same concept. However, we all have, I think, from our experiences we've had, we've learned to obtain information in different ways.
Yeah, and if you guys want assistance, Rebecca and I can easily help you tap into that. No, but it really is in that space time energy of really connecting to the flow of self, and not just self that is sitting here present. It is self in the entirety, in the totality of true existence, because the thought of separation is being lifted,
Hmm.
is being undone. Because as we allow ourselves to step into the magic of the true existence, we it's one thing to know, that we're not separate. It's another thing to experience it. And the best way to experience this for me personally is, doing meditation, breath work, or if you even want to do psychedelics such as ayahuasca or mushrooms or San Pedro, anything of that nature. Um, it is in that space that you truly allow for the idea of separation to fall away.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and it gives you the space to step in, when you're in the silence and the stillness, to step into the energy of who you truly are. So I highly recommend, I invite you guys to start when you do things, start to slow down. as you do things, and
Yeah.
enjoy even brushing your teeth. But we're so busy all the time that we don't take the time to feel what's actually happening inside of us. So I invite everyone to take the time, when you do things, to move slowly and feel, how's it feel to pick up a card?
Right.
And allow the sensation to go throughout your body. How's it feel to drink water? What does it feel like to take the time to explore those things, because that's learning who you are.
It is. It is. Pretend you're dying, and everything that you are
Now you're gonna give me
doing.
PTSD. Okay, no.
No,
Never mind, that's a whole nother story.
yeah,
Um,
pretend you're dying, and everything that you're doing is the last act, and
yes,
savor that.
yes.
Savor that action. You know, savor that moment. And when I say pretend you're dying, I mean that in a figurative sense, not in a literal sense. Just for
Yes.
disclaimer and clarification. But
Yes.
and then you just take that moment. It's like, and sit with it, be with it. And I can't express that enough. Just like when Rebecka and I do these shows, there are moments behind the scenes before the show you guys don't even know, and
Oh
how
yeah.
we sit with ourselves, and how we sit with the energy, and how we, allow ourselves to be open to communicate what needs to be expressed. There's no script. There's nothing. It's just us channeling, flowing, and just being present with the energy. And
Actually,
that's what it's about.
and saying that, tonight I got on and I just was in this, just had it just stormed here, and I just feeling ucky. I was like, Harry, I'm like, I just feel ucky. I just was feeling yucky. And I was like, we were about to start. I was like, hold on, Hillis, I got to go outside. I got to go just I got to get the yuckiness cleared off wherever, and yeah, and that's okay. So I took the time to do that so I could show up for you guys and be present with you guys tonight, and not be in the uckiness that I picked up somewhere.
Yes, exactly. And with that, you guys, it is now time for story time.
Story time.
And as Rebecka prepares for story time, I just
I
want to
didn't
take this
prepare.
time to let everyone know that as we do this from our hearts. We do this because we are guided to do so with love and intention. And so with this, our time is your time. So if you find value of our show, we ask you guys click the link in the description to donate to the show, because that helps keep the show running, people. And
Mhm.
so with that, we appreciate any and all donations to assist us, to help us in the flow of this, to keep bringing this high value worth information to help you cosmic explorers to keep exploring. So, Rebecka, oh wait, don't you have something that you have coming up soon? Don't you have
Yeah.
a big?
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna be fancy. Can I be fancy?
You can be fancy.
We're gonna be fancy tonight. Look what I made.
What did you make? Oh, so
Yes.
yes,
Can I move this over? I guess that's where it's gonna be. So anyway,
yeah,
there's my little flyer I sent. I put it out on Instagram. It's on my website, and also I think it's on our Facebook, Cosmic
yes,
Insight. So starting August the 28th, September the 4th, and the 11th at 111 Eastern time, I am doing another painting class. So this one is I've named "Open Up to the Cosmic Expression of You." So believe me, you don't have to paint to do this class. You just have to show up and want to do a dive into you. So we just go through each week is just a new experience. I haven't got it. I'm adding some things to it and shifting, and I don't really know what those are yet. So it'd be about an hour long on those 3 days. So yeah, go online to register, RebeckaGregory.com, and hope you can join me. So we'll do it 3 weeks for like an hour, and it's great because you can move through the week with what we're doing with the painting, and just help you do a little cosmic dive within you using paint as a medium. So yeah, so that is what
yes, and that's Rebecka Gregory with a K
with the K. Get the K in
.com.
there.
Yes,
So yeah, I hope you join. It's a lot of fun. People who've taken before love it. It's a nice experience, just a different way of learning to express through as the medium of paint. And there's some cool exercises. We'll do medication and I don't know, some other little things. Who knows? And it changes every time I do it, so who knows what's supposed to come. I've
And
got the whole
now,
husky squad tonight. I've got Cosmo at my feet, I've got Finn at my back, and I've got Daisy over here. So we have the whole husky squad tonight.
yay! And I give you Rebecca now. She does story time.
I do story time. Okay, I need to pull one more. What is? Oh
Okay.
my God, that's so cool. Oh, look, Mother Earth, look. But I'm
Yay!
not really prepared for story time. I try to prepare ahead of time.
Okay. But while Rebecca's still going, I guess I can announce that for those who are watching, for the past few weeks, I've been talking about my Lemoyne Light Energy Attunement. So I am super duper excited to be offering this to people. This is a 6 to 8 month commitment to where you and I walk through your whole life, basically, to clear out anything that has to be cleared. But if you've worked with me already, it may be a little less, maybe a little more, depends on what else we have to work through. But it is a commitment to clear out all the gunk, all the muck from your energetic fields, from your internal and external fields, so we can prepare for the attunement. And I can say that this attunement is unlike any other that you have had. In addition to the attunement, you also get to learn about light language. You get to learn about the body. You get to learn about the 7 planes of existence, the 7 planes of ascension, the 7 powers of your soul. You get to learn about all this stuff. And so it's a very lengthy process, but I guarantee you that you will end up like me, or maybe even better, because we get to dive in and just do everything. And if you guys are interested, message me and on social media or comment on this post, and we'll get going. And lastly, just one more thing. If you guys are in the Southwest Florida area, I am now doing in-person sessions at the Traveling Therapist. So you guys will get to hang out with me in person if you're in the Southwest Florida area. And if you guys are, message me and let's do some sessions for you. Is it time? Is it
Is
time?
it?
Is it? Is it? Is it? Is it?
I
Is
don't
it
know.
time?
Is it?
Okay.
The wisdom this evening is patience. Okay, everyone. Let's just take a deep breath in. Thank you for everyone. I'm going to thank everyone. We didn't say it earlier for joining us for our show this evening. Um, just breathe into this. I'm actually getting to do a little sound before this. I mean, and clear some energy out. I do feel like there's a lot of heaviness out there with some people that are not listening tonight, or just might be listening to the future. So I want to clear out that energy before we begin tonight, because this message that's going to come through story times really needs to be felt in the heart to open up and unlock for this new expansion coming in. Beautiful children of Earth. It's time to take a deep breath and relax into you, relax into who you are as you join this story, the story of who you're becoming, who you're transforming into, to open up to a new world, to be a new you, to be a new person, not one that you were born at, but one you chose to be in this lifetime, to have the experiences you've had throughout this lifetime in order to be where you are right now in this moment. A time to open up, a time to give rather than take, And in that giving, you give love to yourself. So many of you out there always gave everything away and never gave to yourself. And it's time to open up to that space to give to you at a whole nother level, to love you at a whole nother level. Because as you love yourself at another level, that opens up the world to be loved more. And remember that it opens up the world to be loved more. There's an innate calling that's soul led because the souls are awakening right now. And as the souls awaken, the mystic inside of you is opening up to live courageously, to experience, to feel the change, to be yourself, to be the uniqueness of who you are more than ever. Sometimes you need to have the patience to step back and just do some research and just allow things to unfold. You're always in a rush, and you don't have to be anymore. It's time to slow and be in the silence in order to take action into who you truly are and open up into who you be. Mother Earth is crying out because we're all Mother Earths. We're all a divine celestial being inside that's created in motion in order to create and be. And when you're not creating, that's when things fall apart. When you're not in balance, you're not transforming into who you have to be and who you chose to be. So many have got themselves stuck in a rhythm, stuck in a circle, just moving around and moving around. And it's time to step off that wheel. It's time to open up. The universe is calling, the energies are calling, everything around you is calling you and talking to you. Open up to the experience of the divine within. For in opening to that experience to the divine within and living, being curious of everything in a childlike manner, in a fairy like manner, open up to the magic that is around us. You open up to the energy inside of your heart that allows an explosion to create, just like the Big Bang, to create a new you. And that, my dears, is where we are right now and what we are opening to be.
Mm,
Oh,
I love it. 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 And it's really good because that is in sync with.
and it just thundered.
It is so in sync in how the tune up is going to flow tonight because I'm going to do the tune up for you guys tonight.
Awesome.
I'm so excited because I got the rest of the image, the rest of what it is that's supposed to transpire for this evening. So, for these that are watching, I thank you. I appreciate your patience, your time, your energy, your contribution, both monetarily, energetically, physically, just being here in the space as we conduct uh, this beauty. And tonight, we are going to focus the energy of transition because that seems to be the theme, the overall theme for this night. What does that say? Oh,
Transformation.
transformation. See, when spirit talks, we listen.
Number 22.
Yes. So, wow. I just feel super duper relaxed.
I know that's what that little sound was for.
Mhm. Um, and so wherever you guys are, what you guys are doing, just allow this time to take in a nice big deep breath. And release, and as you do, just begin to imagine yourself in this safe and sacred space, this room that is yours, this white room where you are safe and protected and supported and loved, where nothing can touch, hurt, or harm you. And you are loved in this space that you are in. And as you are in this beautiful, beautiful space that is open to you, you are meted by your guides, your friends, your loved ones, all who care about you, all the unseen and all the seen and all the people. Everyone is here to rejoice and celebrate you in this time of transformation, this time of transition, this time of death and rebirth. And as we move in this beautiful energy, you can take a deep breath in this moment and allow yourself to be even more open, to allow yourself to receive this energy to support you in this time of transformation, in this time of transition, as we now call forth this beautiful, beautiful energy, this magic of nameless light energy, this white light, this gold light of energy, these brilliant energies as they begin to descend down and surround you and open up the beauty to support you in your cause of transformation. Allowing this energy to move down through your soul stone chakra, which is just a few inches above your head, and allowing this beautiful intertwine of braided energy to move down through all your chakras, your crown, your third eye, your throat, your heart, your solar plexus, your sacral, your root, all the way down through your earth star chakra, which is just a few inches below your feet, grounding you and connecting you to Mother herself as she supports you in her role, as she supports you in this time of transformation into your light body, your crystalline body, as the crystal cities begin to emerge on this planet through us, with us, by us, allowing this transformation to take place to support us in new and beautiful ways, like a butterfly emerging from its cocoon. And as we simply begin to emerge, we take in notice, we become aware and observe our surroundings and how they have changed, how we have changed, as our awareness shifts to what is important, to what matters, to the support and love of our heart's desires being magnified, being pulled to us in this moment. And everyone just take a deep breath as we call in these energies of our heart's desires. And as you breathe in this energy, as you breathe, just focus on what your heart's desire is, your heart intentions, as we move into this energy of transformation. As we break down the illusions, the barriers, the implants, anything, obstacles, anything that's in the path, anything that's in the way, may it be as I command it to be undone. As we allow for this energy, this transmission, allowing the energies to open, allowing your heart to receive the bounty, the abundance, the joy, the love, all that you express in your heart, as we allow for this transformation to now take hold. Allow this transformation to be as we are, to love as we are, to love unconditionally, to accept with reverence and joy and peace, and to step into the universe brand new, as we birth and rebirth ourselves each and every day, allowing us to understand and respect the cycle and to become masters unto self, and allowing us to master this cycle and to allow for our hearts to sing with joy and happiness. And allowing now for this beautiful braided light of this nameless energy to recede back into the heart space, for it carries your frequency and vibration of resonance of your desires. And allow this to be your guide, your measuring tool, to let you know that you are in the right space at the right time, as we now allow for this energy to balance, harmonize, and integrate. And everyone now just taking the next big deep breath and allow yourself to become present and aware of the space-time energy of this moment. And remember to hydrate and rest as you have received this beautiful Syrian galactic universal energies, this creator's energy, to support you in all that you are.
Thank you, Hillis, for that. It was beautiful.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Oh,
And as stated before, if you find this show of great value, remember that Rebecka and I do this of love for you, the love of the planet. And so we honor you as you honor us. And if you find value, please click on the link in the description to donate, as that helps keeps this show going.
and
And
hit subscribe and the little dingy button bell.
yes, like, subscribe, and notify.
Spread
Tell
the
all your
word.
friends about us.
Yeah. Spread the word. Spread the love.
I love it. I love it. And until next week, everyone.
You want me to say something?
Yeah, it's your line.
My line. Okay, that's right. Don't limit yourself. Create yourself. Be the change in you.
Keep exploring, everyone. Until next
Thank
week.
you, everyone, for joining us this evening. Mwah. Until next week. Thank you.